yield to the gentleman, and the gentleman will observe regular order.
Why do we have signs? Oh my God, don't make me quit this party. Don't make me quit the party. Why do you have f***ing signs? It took a guy with a cane to stand up and cause a ruckus? Please, hello?
The criminals, killers, traffickers, and child predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, the Biden administration.
Yeah, sit there and take it. Sit there and take it. Don't boo. Nope, sit there and take it. Pass.
Creating people.
Yes, let them lie about you. Yes. Bernie, I don't give a f about Bernie's response. Oh, tax the billionaires. Oh, tax the billionaires. Oh, we're gonna tax these billionaires.
Was inaugurated for his second term as president just 6 weeks ago. Standing right behind him were the three wealthiest men in this country.
The billionaires.
Mr. Musk, Mr. Bezos, and Mr. Zuckerberg.
The billionaires.
And standing behind them were 13 other billionaires.
I'm good. Please get me the f out of here. Oh my God, please. What if it's just, 100 of them just holding a sign saying, resist. This is Senator Slotkin, by the way. One of the most well-known and epic senators. I don't know, maybe they will be epic. What's up?
And so Trump actually has to be formally invited to the House floor in order to be allowed into the House floor. Same thing with all those senators and the cabinet members, etc. So, I think other people had a certain logic, which is that this is the people's house, and Trump showing up should not kind of force the duly elected representatives of that chamber, especially those who disagree with him, out. So, that's some of the perspective there. Anyways, I watched from home, and
hi everyone, I'm Melissa Slotkin.
If you
have the opportunity to speak tonight, it's late, so I promise to be a lot shorter than what you just watched. I won't take it personally if you've never heard of me.
And quiet volume, yes.
From the great state of Michigan, where I grew up. I've been in public service my entire life because I happened to be in New York City on 9/11 when the Twin Towers came down. Before the smoke cleared, I knew I wanted to make a life in national security. I was recruited by the CIA and did 3 tours in Iraq alongside the military. In between, I worked at the White House under President Bush and President Obama, 2 very different leaders who both believed that America is exceptional. You can find that same sense of patriotism here in Wyandotte, Michigan, where I'm speaking from tonight.
Wow.
It's a working class town just south of Detroit. President Trump and I both won here in November.
Wow.
It might not seem like it, but plenty of places like this still exist across the United States. Places where people believe that if you work hard and play by the rules, you should do well and your kids should do better. It reminds me of how I grew up. My dad was a lifelong Republican, my mom a lifelong Democrat. But it was never a big deal because we had shared values that were bigger than any one party. We just went through another fraught election season. Americans made it clear that prices are too high and that the government needs to be more responsive to their needs. America wants change, but there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way. And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country and as a democracy. So that's what I'm going to lay out tonight. Because whether you're from Wyandotte or Wichita, most Americans share 3 core beliefs: that the middle class is the engine of our country, that strong national security protects us from harm, and that our democracy, no matter how messy, is unparalleled and worth fighting for. Let's start with the economy. Michigan literally invented the middle class, the revolutionary idea that you could work at an auto plant and afford the car you were building. That's the American dream. And in order to expand and protect the middle class, we have to do a few basic things. We need to bring down the price of things we spend the most money on: groceries, housing, healthcare. We need to make more things in America with good-paying union jobs and bring our supply chains back home from places like China. We need to give American businesses the certainty they need to invest and create the jobs of the future. And we need a tax system that's fair for people who don't happen to make $1 billion. Look, the president talked a big game on the economy, but it's always important to read the fine print. So, do his plans actually help Americans get ahead? Not even close. President Trump is trying to deliver an unprecedented giveaway to his billionaire friends.
All right, listen, we did the experiment long enough. I'm sorry. We got to bring out it. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to do it this way. No more white women, okay? I'm sorry. We need black people, real black people, okay? Like the guy that got kicked out. I'm sorry, the real black ones. Or we need the white men again. I'm sorry. We need some fucking action. We need some fire. This, what the fuck? I'm falling asleep. Nobody gives a fuck about any of this. Who cares?
He's on the hunt to find trillions of dollars to pass along to the wealthiest in America.
Or what about some Latino women? True. Or Latino men.
And to do that, he's going to make you pay in
with teardrop tattoos on their eyes. That's what I want, some hardcore
part of your life. Grocery and home prices are going up, not down, and he hasn't laid out a credible plan to deal with either of those. His tariffs on allies like Canada will raise prices on energy, lumber, and cars, and start a trade war that will hurt manufacturing and farmers. Your premiums and prescriptions will cost more because the math on his proposals doesn't work without going after your health care.
These people don't care about math, bro. What are we?
Score. The national debt is going up, not down. And if he's not careful, he could walk us right into a recession. And one more thing. In order to pay for his plan, he could very well come after your retirement. The Social Security, Medicare, and VA benefits you worked your whole life to earn. The president claims he won't, but Elon Musk just called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. While we're on the subject of Elon Musk, is there anyone in America who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax returns, your health information, and your bank accounts? No oversight, no protections against cyber attack, no guardrails on what they do with your private data. We need a more efficient government. You want to cut waste? I'll help you do it. But change doesn't need to be chaotic or make us less safe. The mindless firing of people who work to protect our nuclear weapons, keep our planes from crashing, and conduct the research that finds the cure for cancer, only to rehire them 2 days later? No CEO in America could do that without being summarily fired. Okay, so we've talked about economic security. How about national security? Let's start with the border. As someone who spent my whole career...
We need the Stephen guy. What's his name? It's not Stephen James, is it? What's it's not ESPN, he does the sports stuff. Who am I thinking of? Oh, don't tell me their stream died. That's just my shit getting fucked up, right? Stephen A. Smith? That guy. What happened? Hello? No, it's just gotta be my connection, right? It's gotta be my connection, right? Please. Please don't tell me. Did this die for everybody?
It's actually a line he stole from Ronald Reagan. But let me tell you, after the spectacle that just took place in the Oval Office last week,
it was just me, I think.
Reagan must be rolling in his grave. We all want an end to the war in Ukraine. But Reagan understood that true strength required
Are there really
America
300 people watching this?
And economic might with moral clarity. And that scene in the Oval Office wasn't just a bad episode of reality.
Who are your biggest Democrats right now? I'm not in touch as much with local, but what? You've got Gavin Newsom, you've got Bernie Sanders, you've got AOC, right? Gavin wasn't there, right? AOC wasn't there. Why don't you have these people in a room to get some fucking sick shit? Give me a entertaining broadcast. How many people did AOC have on her? No offense to AOC, I'm not knocking her, but why is she live streaming on top of this? You're cannibalizing their viewership. Why is there no coordination from the Dems here? What's going on? AOC has 21,000 viewers on Instagram. 6.5K watching over here. Oh, there's another stream. Oh, no, but that's not even the actual, that's the Bulwark. Bro.
Reality TV. It summed up Trump's whole approach to the world. He believes in cozying up to dictators like Vladimir Putin and kicking our friends like the Canadians in the teeth. He sees American leadership as merely a series of real estate transactions. As a Cold War kid, I'm thankful it was Reagan and not Trump in office in the 1980s. Trump would have lost us the Cold War. Donald Trump's actions suggest that in his heart, he doesn't believe we're an exceptional nation. He clearly doesn't think we should lead the world. Look, America is not perfect, but I stand with the majority of Americans who believe we are still exceptional, unparalleled. And I would rather have American leadership over Chinese or Russian leadership any day of the week. Because for generations, America has offered something better. Our security and our prosperity, yes, but our democracy, our very system of government, has been the aspiration of the world. And right now, it's at risk.
It's on AP too.
But this isn't the first time we've experienced significant and tumultuous change as a country. I'm a student of history, and we've gone through periods of political instability before. And ultimately, we've chosen to keep changing this country for the better. But every single time, we've only gotten through those moments because of two things: engaged citizens and principled leaders. Engaged citizens who do a little bit more than they're used to doing to fight for the things that they care about. And principled leaders who are ready to receive the ball and do something about it. So thank you tonight for caring about your country. Just by watching, you qualify as engaged citizens. And I promise that I and my fellow Democrats will do everything in our power to be the principled leaders that you deserve. Good night, everyone.
Do you think, who's seen...
You've been listening to the
Thank you. Anybody see the TV show Burn Notice? Do you think Hakeem Jeffries kind of looks like I don't remember this guy's name. The actor is Kobe Bell. A little bit?
DOGE shouldn't be Department for Efficiency. It should be Department of Government Cruelty. The way these people are being treated is just nasty. All for tax cuts for billionaires.
Wait, I'm just kidding. That's not even Hakeem Jeffries. Wait, this is, my bad. Cory Booker? No. It's Booker, right? I see it.
So, whatever Donald Trump wants to spew tonight will be just that, lies. The pain, the costs.
Why does he always look like he's in trouble?
He's not going to talk about those. And he's going to try to delude the American people. We're not going to let him. Senator Durbin.
It's the #1 cancer cause of death among children.
Republican?
Neuroblastoma. We know it. We've seen it. We've heard about it. Elizabeth Sokol works at Children's Hospital in Chicago.
This was hours before, apparently.
progress he's able to bring forward in this next term of his administration.
And his big thing was he said, Congress, you need to work with me on this. So this is one of those items where he feels he can't do it all by himself.
Absolutely. Thank you, Josh, as always.
The good news is this is still super early and widely ignored. The overwhelming majority of Americans aren't seeing this shit. We got one more shot coming up to do. Yeah, but like this, then if anything, this should be the, this should be their trial grounds, right? Where they're their testing arena, where they're trying to figure out like what works and what doesn't work. And it can't be this, it can't be this weak shit.
It's coming from grandma. It's coming from your prescriptions. It's coming from your care. It's coming from your insulin. It's coming from your kids' copay. They are setting up to rob you. And that is the moral of the story of this State of the Union tonight. He was yammering and he was blabbering. And he was reading off listicles like this was the longest BuzzFeed right-wing compilation of all time.
True.
It was boring. It was unsettling, very dangerous in terms of how he is tearing apart U.S. alliances, tearing apart, at our allies, attacking our allies. It's not to undermine the seriousness of what he is doing, but it is to really communicate that he...
That way you have no excuse. Go ahead and govern. That way you have no excuses when things go awry. You can't say the Dems were in your way. You got the Senate, you got the House, you got the White House, you got the Supreme Court. What's up? You can't sit up there and blame anybody else if the economy falters, if inflation ultimately ravages our society, if things aren't handled at the border, if the streets of America are still riddled with crime. You can't sit up there and blame anybody else when you got everything you want and need in order to run a government the way you think a government should be run.
Go get this guy up there. He says some dumb shit, but I don't even care. We just need some energy. Jesus. Sorry, let's get some real energy, okay?
Just got back to the Capitol. Another day, another lie from these people who are out of control. I'm told that Donald Trump, Mike Johnson, and the extreme MAGA Republicans are claiming that Democrats are sending paid protesters into their town hall meetings. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? We don't need to send paid protesters into your town hall meetings. The American people are with us all across the country. People are rising up to push back against the assault on the economy, the assault on hardworking families, the assault on our democracy, and the assault on Medicaid. We don't need paid protesters, bro. The American people are with us. Just got back.
We need some aura. God, fuck, these videos are so good.
Great courage to wait until all members have already spoken and then stand up and wrap your arms around procedure. We see it in the United States Senate every single day where members say, we want amendments, we want debate, we want amendment, but we're still a no. And then we stand up and say, oh, if only we had a different process, we'd vote yes. You vote yes if you believe yes. You vote in favor of something if you believe it's the right thing. If you believe it's the wrong thing, you vote no. We are following a procedure. I will not yield to the gentleman, and the gentleman will observe regular order. The gentleman will observe regular order. Gentleman thinks that if he gets up and yells on it, if he's going to intimidate people into believing he's right, he is wrong. The gentleman is wrong. The gentleman is providing cover for his colleagues rather than doing the right thing. It's Republicans wrapping their arms around Republicans rather than doing the right thing on behalf of the heroes. It is a shame. A shame. If you believe this is a bad idea to provide health care, then vote no. But don't give me the cowardly view that, oh, if it was a different procedure, the gentleman will observe regular order and sit down. I will not. The gentleman will sit. The gentleman is correct in sitting. I will not.
This is quite obviously not in order. Gentleman will suspend.
I will not stand here
Gentleman is recognized.
and listen to my colleagues say, oh, if only I had a different procedure that allows us to stall, and then vote no. Instead of standing up and defending your colleagues and voting no on this humane bill, you should urge them to vote yes, something the gentleman has not done.
Get Wiener on stream for what? What is that? I don't even think is he even political, like in office anymore. Who cares? It's not. We just need like other Dems that can. I think that you have to fully transition your brain. To this is my feel, but also I live in an internet bubble. Who knows? Maybe this doesn't play as well with the American people. And prices, if they get, it'll mean something. But I truly feel like. We live in the age of the influencer. Trump is the first influencer president, and I feel like influencers are the ones that are controlling so much of the attention economy right now around politics. The billionaire people all want to be influencers. That's why Zuckerberg like remodeled himself. It's why Elon Musk posts incessantly. It's why he bought a social media company. It's why Trump tweets and truths incessantly. Like I feel like the attention economy is like an influencer economy right now. It just is, and Trump just does it best. Yeah.